Good morning. So many of you realize, but some of you may not, that we living in Greensboro are living in a very historic location. So back on March 15th, 1781, there was a very important battle of the American Revolutionary War that took place right on the ground where I'm standing right now. Many of you have been to this park. It's called Guilford Courthouse National Military Park, but it's better known as Battleground Park. And right now I'm standing in a section of the park that we don't come to that often. In fact, I love to take this field trip with the students. I haven't done it for a couple of years. The 8th graders have been here with me. But even when we do this trip, this is one section of the park that we don't come to. This is tour stop number 4. It's way out in the southeast corner of the park, almost to Country Park. What went on here is that as the battle took place, farther to the south, to the northwest, the fighting was fragmented. And so part of the lines, when the American lines were broken, some of them retreated to the southeast to reform. And among those were the North Carolina militia, led by Major Joseph Winston. And it's his image that appears behind me in this statue. He was from Surry County, North Carolina, just a little bit to our northwest. And he led the North Carolina militia, which are the local volunteers who drill to protect the area. He, along with some other members of the Continental Army, the army that was officially under George Washington, but in this battle was led by none other than Nathaniel Greene, after whom Greensboro ultimately was named. They fought and fled to and retreated to this area where they were chased by British cavalry, led by somebody that anybody who has studied the American Revolutionary War with me has heard of, and that is Colonel Bannister Tarleton, Bloody Tarleton as he was known. And he was a very famous and ruthless British cavalry colonel. So they fought in this section, and the cavalry of the British came and chased down the cavalry of the Americans that was led by a man named Henry Light Horse Harry Lee, who ended up being the father of General Robert E. Lee, the commander of the Confederate forces in the American Civil War, the war between the states, 80 years later. Ultimately, Joseph Winston and another major who was an Army major, a member of the Continental Army named Jesse Franklin, who was also a North Carolinian, led the fight here in something called a fragmented attack. So tour stop 3 that we see, which is way over there, we see when we do this tour, is called Fragmented Attack, and it's where the cavalry split off while the main lines, the second line and then the American third line, tried to hold the position in the woods over there. I bring you to this point because we don't usually do this spot on the field trip, as I said, and also because some years after this battle, the bodies of both Joseph Winston, Major Joseph Winston, the North Carolina militia leader, and Major Jesse Franklin, the leader of the Continental forces that were in this section, were brought here and reburied. So you may see their gravestones, the gravestones of both of the majors are right here in Battleground Park. I wanted you to have this little history lesson. We're not getting to do actual field trips in this month, even though we would have been, but I thought it'd be nice to get a touch of history. So hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.